Hey, Max here with another mad reaction. This time we got the Camper Campia, the John Campia show. Now says the Joker 2 is in development, already in development. Says report. And then I came upon this question, what I want you guys to answer. Why do you only, why do certain people in our community only treat things with relevancy when certain people cover it? It's basically the same stuff. He's still talking about scoops. Everyone thought I was crazy to talk about this the other day. Now all of a sudden Campia covers it. Oh, wow, it might actually be happening. Why do people, my source is better than your source? He's still talking about rumors and speculation. And I'm looking to make a weekly series. I'm still undecided if I want to call it the whole scoop, or I'm thinking about Scoop Wars, because there are, listen, I'm not, as much as people like to say, I'm shilling for certain scoopers. I want to cover them all. I want to cover movie and video game scoops in the same show. Should I call it the Scoop Wars? The Scoop Wars are coming, or the whole scoop. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to gather up all the scoops in one weekly review episode. And I think another fun thing would be most likely and least likely of the scoops. Wouldn't that be fun? Well, without further ado, let's get the camper on react. Now, I am subscribed to John Campia. So don't forget to subscribe to me. And engagement helps. Joker 2 already in development, says report. Let's see what the camper has to say about this report. Now people are all of a sudden taking it seriously. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's get this going.
Ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks. But the thing that
Okay.
And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Thomas. And Thomas writes, "Hey everyone, there's a report going around that a sequel to Joker is currently in development. Even though that movie stood great on its own, I think this could be good. Joaquin Phoenix doesn't choose his projects lightly, so there could be something interesting here. What do y'all think? Thanks." All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Thomas.
Okay, it was a viewer question. He's still talking about speculation. This viewer Thomas thinks it could be good.
And yeah, look, Joker is a movie that all of us have been talking a lot about ever since the damn thing came, even long before it came out. I remember we were at Comic-Con, I believe, when
now there have been billion-dollar movies, but I think Joker is the lowest budget billion-dollar movie. I'll have to research that. Maybe I'll research that for tomorrow night's MME. The cheapest billion-dollar, the lowest, because that's more profit. More profit. You listen, regardless of your thoughts on Joker, if they should make a sequel or not, that amount of profit for that budget, there is no way you don't consider a sequel. No way. No way. And, give it to, just because there's a need doesn't mean you can't succeed. Like, we know why they're going to make a sequel, probably. Doesn't mean that they can't be successful in it too. Don't let your biases ruin things for you. The bias of the history of Hollywood. Joaquin Phoenix is involved. Todd Phillips is involved. Potentially Lady Gaga. That's talent. They can succeed. Don't worry, everyone. Of course, you could give your honest opinions when it comes out, but there's so many reasons why you should. Now, if you're going to make a sequel just to make a sequel with no reason at all, yeah, then I say maybe you should hold off. But if there's a lot of sequels, or if there's lots of reasons to make a sequel, new talent, Lady Gaga, the director has gone on record of saying there's something that I keep thinking about. If Joaquin Phoenix finally wants to make a sequel, you let Joaquin Phoenix make the sequel. He's not going to do it if it's bullshit. That means that you're questioning Joaquin Phoenix's integrity. There is no way this man is going to do the sequel Actually, that would be a great title for this video. Do you really think Joaquin Phoenix would do a sequel for the money? No, he would not. Everyone knows that. Do you really think Joaquin Phoenix would make the sequel if there's not a good story to tell? You already know the answer. You already know. You already know.
News came out that they were doing this movie, and specifically that it was going to be a standalone film. And I was so psyched because I've been begging for years for comic book movies to start putting out standalone, not a part of a shared cinematic universe movies
I do
again.
also like standalone movies. I was always on board for this Joker movie, and that trailer was one of my favorite trailers of all time. Maybe tomorrow night for MME we could have an episode of greatest trailers of all time.
Not that I don't like shared cinematic universe, I do, but why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't we have both? The comics do both. The comics have individual isolated stories and their overall story arcs at the same time. Why can't movies? Why does everything have to be connected to everything else? And so when they announced that they were going to be doing a standalone Joker movie, I was psyched. And of course, then came the chorus. A Joker movie can't work without Batman. No one's going to watch.
Oh, wow. John Campy is mocking people. Listen, I don't want to criticize my friends, but I've heard some of my friends say the exact same thing too. You can't have two movies without Batman. You can't do other villains without the heroes. Yes, you can. You can. It doesn't mean it's going to stay exactly the source material, but you absolutely can if you have a story to tell.
It's a movie without Batman, and I love Batman. It's like, yeah, well, no one's going to care about this movie if it's not connected to the DCU.
I don't like it. Cancel this voice, John. That voice is horrendous. Oh my God, he's too good at that.
Hey, we'll see. Movie came out, made over $1 billion, was awesome, nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and won Joaquin Phoenix an Academy Award. First comic book movie ever for the lead guy to win Best Actor at the Academy Award. Of course, Heath Ledger won Best Supporting Actor playing the same role years earlier. But this movie is special. And I remember we watched it together.
Yes, we did.
You know, you, me.
Now, over under 50%. The old Campia game from back in the Collider days of Movie Talk, Collider Movie Talk. Over under that you think that they'll say they should make the sequel. At the beginning, I was starting to say over 50% that I think they should make the sequel. What do you think? I don't know. Burnett is ready. Let's see what they say. I still don't know where they're going with this. I thought they're really propping up that first one. If they go the route that my friends are going, which you're entitled to your opinion, that they should leave it alone. Oh my goodness. I don't think so. I don't think they should leave it alone. I think there's so many reasons why you should. All right, let's see what they say. This might not be a mad reaction, but we'll see. Should I speed them up a little bit? Maybe I'll speed them up just a bit. Okay. Get through this.
Aaron wasn't there. No, Aaron wasn't there. Aaron's husband was.
Yeah, Aaron's Tom.
No, too fast. Too fast.
His husband was there. Elizabeth came. Anne was there. We went to go watch Joker. And I remember when we came out of that theater, we were just like, what did we just watch? Like, that was such an intimate, human, societal level inspection framed in this beautiful veneer. That was just I couldn't stop thinking about the movie for days.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched it again, and then I watched it again.
And now I can't stop thinking about the possibilities of a sequel and what they could do, and how much still there's left stories to tell in exploring this character. There's still a lot. Joker has been in a lot of projects. There's still a lot to explore with this character. That's why I think they should do it.
Performances are absolutely powerful and fantastic and wonderful. And truly, you do get a sense of that isolation. This movie is isolated. This is a one shot. And everybody accepted that and loved it. But then it made $1 billion. And then it got Academy Award nominations and won Academy Awards. And suddenly the conversation changed to what an awesome, magnificent standalone movie to when's the damn sequel coming? And even me, the guy who's like, leave it alone. It was a one shot story.
Wait.
Don't go anywhere with it. Even I had to say, yeah, I believe that.
Wait, he was saying that before. Now he changed his mind. Let's see.
But if I'm a WB executive, I'm putting the wheels in motion right away for a
Yeah.
sequel. Of course you are. And so there's been a lot of talk, a lot of back and forth about all these reports saying, oh, they are going to do it, and then nothing. Oh, no, they're going to do one, and then nothing. And then nothing, and then nothing, and nothing. Well, now there's a report coming out saying that they've already turned in the first draft of the script. Now, it doesn't come from us, from Variety or anything, but a fairly decent site. And
Deadline.
folks over at Heroic Hollywood who wrote the following.
Oh.
According to an insider with knowledge of the Joker sequel, Warner Brothers has officially received the first draft of its script, and the film will begin shooting sometime in 2023. Plot details are being kept in a cell at Arkham Asylum. The Joker hasn't shown up on the big screen since Joaquin Phoenix film, but he has made a number of smaller scale appearances, namely with Jared Leto reprising his role of the Crown Prince of Crime in Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. The character is heavily rumored to make an appearance in Robert Pattinson's The Batman, so it's safe to say that the Joker hype isn't dying down anytime soon. All right, so number one,
Udemy.
Oh.
Udemy.
No matter how you say
What? Udemy. What? Get out of here. Skip. I know what you're saying right now. I know. Oh, another one. Bed sheets. These are made from bamboo? It doesn't sound very comfortable.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is not showing up in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. I don't know why anybody believes he would. Is it impossible?
That's
No.
that's not what they meant, though. They meant a Joker maybe in the Batman. That's not the rumor that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. No.
Oh, it's not impossible. But that just doesn't, age-wise, that just doesn't work. That just doesn't, because you got to remember, Bruce Wayne is the little boy.
I mean, you've got Catwoman,
Yep.
Riddler, and Penguin. Of the three of the four, do we need Joker?
No, we don't need Joker.
I mean, maybe, but you know.
And I don't think a lot of people are expecting, if they do a Joker 2, a lot of people saying, well, now you got to bring in Batman. Batman's going to be 11 years old in whatever his next one is. So no, listen, the first.
I think there's a good, if they I don't want to force them to make a third one if they make a second, but there's a lot of room, a lot of stuff out there that says they have enough material for a second. I think it'd be very interesting to end on a third with the very beginnings of Batman. Would be very interesting. Or maybe, unfortunately inspires madness. This Joker inspires someone else, a copycat, which is unfortunate in the real world. There's a lot to draw from there, unfortunately, and I hate to even say it, when a tragedy happens, and unfortunately the news wants their money. They want their ads. So they cover it 24/7. And usually when one shit hits the fan, something follows right after, unfortunately. So that would be an interesting take. It would be very, very revealing of how things work, unfortunately. Madness inspires. It's sad but true. There's a lot to say there, even if it makes you uncomfortable.
First Joker worked beautifully, partially because there was no Batman. Hey guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's episode,
What?
Stamps.com. Now, you know
Stamps.
Stamps.com. They've been supporting the John Campea Show
What the
for a while
hell?
here. Now, let's face it, going to the
I don't want
people,
stamps.
all of it with absolute ease. And
No
here's the best thing.
stamps.
With Stamps.com, you get up to 40% off of post office rates
Oh my
and up to
God.
62% off UPS shipping rates. And this is why Stamps and a digital scale, no longer 3 Batmen we're going to see on screen this year. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. We've already got
I have to go to the
3
post office.
Batmen we're going to see on screen this year. 3, or within the next year or so. We got, obviously, we're going to see Ben's one last time. We're going to see Michael Keaton's, and we're going to see Robert Pattinson. We don't need a 4th. So I don't think that's the case at all.
I think we should try to stop saying we don't need. I need it all. I want it all. I need it all. Hell yeah. I want all the Batman. All the Batman. All the Jokers.
Nor do I think a Joker 2 needs a Batman. But that brings up the question. If this report is true, and we don't know that it's true, but if it is true.
Do you see what this man does? He takes so long to get to the point. Where are we? 7 minutes in the video when he could have just answered the question outright of whether he wants to see it. You see you see what he does? That's engagement, brothers and sisters. I'll tell you what, he is a master at his craft of bullshitting to get to the point. 7 minutes to get to the point. Robert Meyer Burnett's probably in the background. Campia. I'll be back the next time your fill-in leaves again. Next time you get someone to fill in my shoes and then they leave, I'll be back.
True. And that's a big if. What's the story going to be? Because this Joker was very unique. It was very uniquely his own. It was Joaquin Phoenix's own Joker. So what kind of story does he really truly become? A homicidal maniac? Maybe we see him go one step further and one step further and one step. Maybe whereas the first Joker was this kind of descent into madness where he kind of adopts the Joker persona. Maybe the next one is about now going the journey from that to becoming the homicidal maniac that we all know and love, so to speak.
Well, I don't know if you're going to love him. Honestly, they may take it so realistic that people might not. Unfortunately, some still will. But if they really examine the character, you might not love him. You might not love him. And that's maybe what they should do. They should do a realistic portrayal. Okay. But I want to hear you, John. You kind of alluded to saying that you want it because you just said if I want the money. That's all you basically said. Okay.
So I don't know, maybe that could be the story. Does it take the same kind of step back, third person worldview of looking at our society and how we as a society adapt and address some types of issues that
he said it in a society
Joker brought up so prominently in the first one and so beautifully? Does it become a little bit more comic booky? If they go to the second round, do they try to adapt it a bit, become a little bit more comic booky and a little bit less grounded in real world grit?
I don't think
I mean, I think the doors are wide open here. Rob, number one, do you think they're actually going to go through and make a Joker 2? For me, I think it's an inevitability just because it made $1 billion and won awards. So do you think they're going to do it? Then number two, if so, what do you think the direction is they're going to take with it?
Well, I think you're absolutely, as you pointed out, why would you know how many movies make $1 billion on a $65 million spend?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bingo. That's why Burnett's the king. Absolutely. And especially if you bring in more talent and there's more to tell. Definitely. You should do it. And it's not like there's not stories to tell. It's not like there's not stories to tell. But why do people suddenly believe when these people cover it? Why do they only take it seriously when John and Robert Meyer cover it? We were covering the same thing days ago.
Not many. So this is also one of the most profitable studio movies ever made. So why not do another one? I see no downside. And in terms of what it's about, I mean, all you have to do is look at our own society, look at the fractures in American society. I used to believe that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights would sort of unite us all as Americans. Well, that's not even enough anymore. We have such deep divides. I mean, look at what's going on in the United States over the last decade.
Oh, Burnett is on fire. I love what he's saying here. There's so much to draw from. Now that you've listened to the big guys, the Camper and Robert Meyer, have they swayed your direction? Have you changed your mind now that you hear John Campea and Robert Burnett speaking on this and what they could draw from real world? Let me know in the comment section below if this has changed your mind, if this video.
That alone gives you so much fodder. I mean, imagine what's happening in America today, happening in one man's mind or one man's fractured mind. I mean, my God, the stories are rich that could come out of that. And Joker, maybe he has a messianic complex and wants to lead a group of people. He wants to start a Joker cult, or maybe who knows what he's going to do. I mean, it could be amazing, but there's a million different ways they could go, especially from the first film. So, John, I just see the storylines could be, I could see a Joker movie expand the same way that The Dark Knight expanded on Batman Begins. And I think a sequel to Joker has the potential to be better than the first film, to be honest.
Yes!
Really? To be better?
Yes! Hell yeah! Robert Meyer says what I said too! Yes! You don't know. It could even be better. Absolutely. Wow, no one listens to me. Robert Meyer, I got to reach out to you, brother. I really like your take on this one. This isn't a mad reaction. This is a glad reaction. I'm happy. Robert, I love what you're saying here. I want to reach out to you. Let's talk about some Joker. Definitely. All right.
Than the first one.
Yeah.
That's saying something. That's
not easy, but I think the way that the movie worked, that where you can take the character now, especially in light of what's gone on in America, there's a lot of material it's dramatic gold to be mined or panned or however you do it. But yes.
All right, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this whole
John!
thing with Joker? Do you think
You know
do you
what,
think they're
John didn't actually say much on whether they think they should do it. The only thing that the camper for fun said is that if I was in charge, that money. Did you notice that? But I really liked what Burnett said. All right, there's nothing else.
going to actually move ahead and do it? Do you think they're going to be able to kind of recapture that magic? What do you think the storyline should be? Do you, for some reason, think it needs to have Batman in it? I mean, I don't know. Whatever you guys are thinking, jump on down to the comment section.
I don't need to. I made a video. All right. Thank you, everyone. That's all for this reaction. Tell me if it changed your mind. Tell me what you think of Robert Meyer Burnett. I want to reach out to this dude. Have a great one, everyone, and great things to come. And there's lots to explore in all these superheroes. Joker, Batman, and all the rest. The genre's alive. Don't believe my friends, although I still love you. I still love you. I still love you, even if you disagree with me, because that's what you get on MME. Difference of opinion. Uh-oh, someone's calling me. I got to go. Bye.